Hey everyone, I hope you are having a great day. I am really excited to share with you my What If Darth Nihilus Returned fanfic. I've been replaying the Knights of the Old Republic games, which I hope to be able to start streaming on this channel once in a while. But replaying these games have really made me love the depth of characters like Darth Nihilus. This story will be done in 3 parts. The first part, which is this part, will cover how Nihilus could come back. The second will cover what he does after returning, and the third part will cover how or if he is stopped. This story will contain a blend of legends and canon material, but that shouldn't be a surprise as Nihilus is, well, a Legends character. I hope you enjoy this fanfic as much as I enjoyed writing it. Darth Nihilus was a Sith Lord who existed almost 4,000 years before the Battle of Yavin. Nihilus was once a man who was caught in the devastation caused by the activation of the superweapon known as a mass shadow generator while on Malachor 5. As a result, he became a wound in the Force that caused him to always hunger for Force energy. Nihilus was discovered by the Sith Lord Darth Traya, who promised to teach him how to quench this hunger. Darth Nihilus' affliction progressed to the point where he was forced to encase his spirit into a mask and armor as his body quickly deteriorated. Nihilus would eventually meet his demise at the hands of Mitra Surik, who took the mask that contained his spirit. The mask would end up on the ancient Sith planet of Korriban. Now, for this story, let's work on the assumption that Nihilus' spirit remained within the mask, just waiting for someone to find it and bring Nihilus back into the physical world. Our story takes place during the first year of the Clone Wars, during Count Dooku's captivity on Florum. If you're not familiar with this story arc, after an attempt by Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi to capture Dooku, the Sith Lord is forced to crash land his solar sailor on the nearest planet. After escaping the Jedi, Dooku is picked up by Hondo Ohnaka and his pirates. They take Dooku back to Florum. Here's where our story takes a turn from the original timeline. Instead of being held captive until Obi-Wan and Anakin arrive on Florum, Dooku is able to escape and steal a ship from the pirates who held him captive. However, this ship would not get him as far as he needed, and Dooku would be forced to hobble the ship to the nearby ancient Sith planet Korriban. He knew of this planet from Sith holocrons and his master's teaching. Surely there would be something more helpful to him on this old Sith sanctuary. Landing on Korriban, Count Dooku began to explore what had clearly become a burial site for ancient Sith long dead. These Sith represented chaos that only made Dooku more proud to be a part of a more organized Sith Order. The Sith Order had come a long way since Darth Bane instituted the Rule of Two. Now he and his master would reap the benefits of 1,000 years of planning. He was apprenticed to the most powerful Sith Lord ever, Darth Sidious. Dooku was proud to be such. Eventually, Dooku stumbled upon the grave of Darth Nihilus. He had heard about the unique affliction this Sith Lord had suffered from. It was an unquenchable hunger for power. And curiosity got the best of Dooku as he opened the tomb of Nihilus. Sitting inside the otherwise empty tomb was a mask and a holocron. Dooku thought it was curious that there were no remains of a body in the tomb. He reached for the mask and holocron, and immediately he felt a powerful connection with another being. Dooku was eventually able to call a separatist cruiser to pick him up from Korriban, and taking Nihilus' mask with him and the holocron, Dooku returned to his home planet of Serrano, where he could investigate the mysterious artifacts in private, away from even Darth Sidious. Dooku would activate Nihilus' holocron and see the remnants of the Sith Lord's soul projected before him in the form of a hologram. He was wearing the very mask that Dooku now held in his hands. Though Nihilus spoke a language far from basic, Dooku was able to understand what he was saying. He looked down at the mask in his hands. Could it be that the mask was connecting the 2 Sith Lords who otherwise were separated by thousands of years? Slowly, Dooku raised the mask to his face, though he didn't actually remember making the decision to do so. There was something drawing him to the mask. Soon, the face of Count Dooku was covered by the face of Darth Nihilus. Immediately, Dooku could sense Nihilus in his head. His innermost thoughts no longer belonged to him. They were now shared by a consuming darkness, all flowing from the mask. It would only be a matter of days before the spirit of Nihilus that had been lying dormant in the mask would take over Count Dooku's mind and body. Dooku was no more. Instead of Count Dooku, Darth Nihilus stood in the middle of Dooku's office on Serrano. Nihilus was ready to continue his unending quest to consume all of the Force energy in the galaxy. In many ways, he sensed that the galaxy had changed. But in many ways, it was as he had left it generations ago. He sensed great conflict, a war between Jedi and Sith. This was something he was familiar with, and the dark side never seemed stronger. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed the first part of this fanfic. I'll continue this story in part 2 where we will look at what Darth Nihilus will do after returning in the midst of the Clone Wars. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next video, and may the Force be with you.